Hey everyone, how is it going? It is your pal, Sal here. Welcome back to my channel, and most importantly, welcome back to our Janet Jackson discography journey. It's kind of a sad day because today we are officially wrapping up the studio album journey. Now granted, over time we're definitely going to get some music video reactions on this channel, I promise you that, but as for her albums, until she releases a new one, if we get Black Diamond, this is it! And that's kind of sad. But anyways, like I said, today we're here to talk about the 11th studio album, Unbreakable. It was released on October 2nd of 2015, and this was about 7 years after Discipline. It's funny because I just listened to Discipline yesterday, and here we are 7 years later, and now we're listening to Unbreakable. And this album did chart at Billboard 200 at #1, so we love that. Now, this is the album that introduced me to Miss Jackson. As I said before in my reaction to her debut album, basically I was curious because I knew she was an icon, a legend. So right around that time, this was about right 2015. So I was in my freshman year of college, and I remember just going home to my dorm one day, and I was like, I'm gonna give this a listen. And I don't know if I've listened to this album all the way in full. There are about 6 songs of which I do know, but then the rest of them I'm like, I'm not sure if I know you. So this is gonna be still very much a journey because I think that either some I need a refresher on or others I don't, but especially there are some where I'm like, oh yeah, this is my jam, and I cannot wait to go through this. There were a total of 3 singles for this album, which includes No Sleep, which charted at number 63, and the last 2 singles, Unbreakable and Dammn Baby, did not chart, which is a shame. I'm very excited to go through and re-listen to this project. Like I said, I'm not sure if I ever listened to the full thing, but either way, today is really truly the first full listen anyway. Some updates on Discipline. I'm feeling pretty much the same. I think it's a good album, some good songs, but with what I know of this album, I'm really excited to just throw that away and go straight head on into this. So without further ado, I think the best thing to do is to get started with track number 1, Unbreakable. Side 1. I also know this song, I should say that. It's just a part of growing. And never for a single moment did I ever go without your love. Here we go. I do things that I wouldn't be here without the thought of us alone. What I share with you, ever sacred, everlasting, the greatest love for me. I love you and you and I will endure. The world can't break down the connection, 'cause our love is divine and it's unbreakable. Alright, then you think it ends. You think it ends right here, but it doesn't. She comes back. Let's wait for her to come back. Hello? Wait, where is it? It's been a while. Lots to talk about.
I'm glad you're still here. I dedicate myself to you. I hope you enjoy.
Okay, that was the title track and the first song off of the album, Unbreakable. So in all honesty, this is technically, if we think about it, this is more than likely the first Janet Jackson song I ever heard. So when I went into this album, I did know that it had been quite a few years since she had released a studio album. You know, me being, especially at the time, like a fan of Cher or even like say Shania Twain, that was not like uncommon to me to understand, like, it's been a while. Unless she says, hello, it's been a while. But basically the gist of this song is that if you take it in one of 2 ways, first it's about her and her lover and their love is unbreakable for each other. But realistically, this song is a dedication to her fans. I didn't realize this until like I had these lyrics up, but in the ending it says fans and friends, fans and friends. I thought it was like I found a friend for some reason, but now seeing the lyrics I'm like, okay. So yeah, it's most definitely about us, about the fans. Maybe, you know, some more hardcore than me, but you get the drift. I missed her. I still miss her to this day. It's a beautiful opening to the album. The vocals sound so lush. And what's funny is that I do remember when I first heard this album, and I think it's a little more evident in tracks as we go on, I was like, oh, she really sounds like Michael Jackson when she sings. Like, I didn't realize that was a thing. And it's funny, because in context, now looking at her career and what I've gone through, I never think of her voice necessarily the same as Michael's, but then on this album, it's a little more like, because her voice is a little deeper, because, you know, she got a little older, and that's just how things work out. It's interesting, but she just sounds so comfortable, and I feel like she needed these 7 years, and already it's showing so blatantly through the album already, and I love this song. I'm actually a little shocked it was released as a single. That's kind of strange to me, but regardless, a beautiful song nonetheless, so obviously getting a like. Okay, track number 2, an absolute bop. This is Burn It Up. Incoming! Okay, guys, fire in the hole, blow that son of a... I think I know all of Missy's rap on this too. Let's see if I know it. Whoa!
I'ma shut this down.
Kitty cat, meow, 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 meow. Hit it with the E to the E to the how. Miss Jackson, oh, she was a grind. Brand new sound, got a brand new style. Come with it, bag it like boom, boom, pow, wow. Ooh, 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 chow.
Janet Jackson, come soon,
Wanna go nowhere.
Quit the right, you know I've been right here. But lately I've been on a mission, yeah. But that I mean, I've forgotten how to move,
Yeah, so tell me what you wanna do.
I don't do that, do stupid. What is happening in front of you? All it is love from the book. Let's go! I'm gonna DJ play this street on just like Cohen's watching. Hey, Mr. DJ, take that track and won't you turn it up? I'ma dance all night and I don't care who's up there watching. Just give me that fire and I'ma show you how to burn it up.
Watch it up, burn it up. Watch it up, burn it up. Watch it up, burn it up. That's how I burn it up.
Ain't no sitting down, gotta keep it up.
Burn it up and burn it up. Burn it up and burn it up. Burn it up and burn it up. Now this your dance, now do your dance. It's that jam, now do your dance. It's that jam, now do your dance. It's that jam, now do your dance. Make it work, make it work, make it work. Oh!
Make it work, make it work, make it work.
Oh!
Make it work, make it work, make it work.
Alright, here comes the nice, here's the vocal right here.
Tonight, we gon' come all together. Let me see your hands up high.
Don't take it down. Don't take it down. Don't take it down.
Just
How I burn it up. Oh wait, not yet. Missy goes like, let it burn. Where is it? Come on.
Just how I burn it up.
Let it burn! Okay, that is Unbreakable, that's the name. That is Burn It Up, and this song is a whole ass bop. I am genuinely shocked that it was not released as a single. Like, that's very, now granted, I don't imagine how well it could have done, because you have to remember, this is 2015, and what was on the Hot 100 was so different than I think what Janet was doing. But what I love is that this was released right at the time. She was probably, I'm not exact, because she would have been either late 40s or early, like 50 at this stage of the game. And this just shows she is a woman who is so effing confident. She's an icon. She's a legend. And I feel like that just so shows with this song. And Missy Elliot, who is an iconic legend of rap too as well. It's just like, it's perfect. I mean, she is gonna tear up that dance floor like nobody you have ever seen. I remember especially, I think of the live performance when I watched this, because or when I listened to this, because that was one thing I have sought out over the years, because I love this song, and it was the first song in the Unbreakable World Tour, and then I think when they rebranded it for the State of the World Tour, it was like pushed to like the third song or whatever, and I love how in this song, like there's the part where it goes into the first burn it up and burn it up. Janet just looks at you, she goes like through the aisle, and she like looks at your eyes, and you're like, whoa! This song is so good. I love it every time I hear it. In fact, actually, it's really funny. Last night, I was working out, and I have this song in my workout playlist, and it came on, and I was like, ooh, I should skip this since I'm listening to it tomorrow. And I'm like, either way, I know it then, I know it now, I knew it last night, I know it now. It's such a, it's so good. So good. I love every second I hear it. It's just so great. This is the song where I do think her vocals sound a little more kind of like Michael in them. But, you know, I mean, hey, that's still her voice, so, I mean, whatever. But, I love it. Track number 3, Dammn Baby. Let's do it. Dammn Baby. I know this too, by the way.
I
You gotta hear me. Damn. Wait, I don't know the lyrics as well to this one. Hang on.
You gotta get up on that great line. I wanna tell you what you can't do. Shut that down automatic. And I guarantee that falling.
And now, the breakdown.
Gonna break it down, break it down, break it down.
I now know that that's from I Get So Lonely. Ah. Okay, that was Dammn Baby. Dammn Baby. Oh! This is another song that I do remember when I first listened to it, I was like, this is a whole ass bop. I mean, there's so many cool elements of the production. The only criticism I could give it is that I'm not in love with her vocals on this track. I don't think they sound particularly the best. I think that maybe just stems from more that it's maybe a little harder to understand her. Like some of these lyrics I was like, oh, that's what she's saying? Because now I have the lyrics up. So that's one criticism I could give, but other than that, the song, it slays the scene. I mean, when you have a song called Dammn Baby, come on, I mean, how can you, well, you could go wrong. But Janet, she went right, you know what I mean? It's just, this song is so much fun, and it's so funny, you know, going on this journey, and not really knowing the song I Get Lonely. I didn't know that I'm gonna break it down, that's a sample of that song. I didn't know that, and you know, that's kind of cool that I do this first and then that. I'm probably one of the few people that, you know, experience that type of learning through it, but I couldn't be more thrilled about that. It makes me unique. I love this song. I love everything about it. I'm kind of shocked though that this was released as a single before Burn It Up. I would have probably, if I was in the engineering room or the label. Oh, that's also what's important to mention with this album. I totally forgot that and I had it in my notes. Janet was on a new label with this album, one that she herself owns. It's called Rhythm Nation. Isn't that cute? And also it's like also with Rhythm Nation and BMG. Or you get the drift. But either way, she's taking care of herself. She should have released this as the, you know, honestly, I still am not really here for Unbreakable as a single, so I really feel like Burn It Up should have been the second single and then Dammn Baby. But, you know, it is what it is. But this is still such a good song. I love it, and it's great. Track number 4 is the first song that I couldn't tell you how it goes. This is called The Great Forever, so let's hear her. Oh, wait, this sounds familiar. I feel like I might have skimmed this one.
Not too pleased with what you're thinking. I'm just busy living my life to you.
It was a cool, interesting vocal.
Think it don't mean nothing at all. It's leading me to the great forever.
Okay.
Well, choose what I'm doing, which one I'm doing. I'm trying to get to the great forever. It's the truth. Jealousy.
She sounds so much like Michael here.
It don't mean nothing at all. Doesn't change who I am. Bless you. Hey, 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 hey. Na, 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 na.
Okay, that was The Great Forever, and you know, this is a song that I do remember hearing, but I feel like this is the first time I sat down and listened to it, and I feel like it really helps going through her discography now and knowing how vital I feel like this song is, because I feel like with the last 4 albums specifically, we weren't getting very varied material, I feel, on it. It was either about sex or about love or like I hate you. And I feel like this song is the first time I feel that really since, well, I mean, I guess since The Velvet Rope, where she's kind of responding to her critics, like people who are judging her. And she's saying that it doesn't matter what you think of me, like I don't care, I'm on my own personal journey to get to the great forever. Now, whether that's like her legendary status or like heaven, I feel like you could interpret it a couple of different ways. But the living my life, the saying I want, like I like how it builds up as we keep going along. That's really fun. Again, her vocals sound very much like Michael here. Like it's kind of weird. But this is a nice song, and I feel like it's still probably not one of my favorites out of the album, and I feel like I needed to go through this journey to appreciate this song, and I do now. So that was The Great Forever, and now this is one that I think I'll always remember. Track number 5 is a hauntingly beautiful track that I'm very, excited but sad to listen to right now. This is Shoulda Known Better.
A baby girl without a home. Tragedy's rain left her alone. I guess I should have known better. But she's a citizen of the world. Why? Ready for real solutions. We won't accept excuses. We tolerate no abuses. 'Cause I don't want a place to be. The poster child for being naive. Why? I guess I should've known better.
Okay, that was Shoulda Known Better, and I feel like when I originally listened to this album, I didn't really pay much attention to this song. The one thing that got me into loving it was around the time of the Pulse nightclub shooting. She released a video that was of all the victims of that shooting, and it was to this song, and I remember thinking it was just like so heartbreakingly sad, like, and I was like, oh my god, this song is so beautiful. And also now, when I know the context of Janet's career, like this song is just such a callback to something on Rhythm Nation, like especially living in a world they didn't make, this world that we exist in, and especially these lyrics like really hit home now because these first ones right here, a baby girl without a home, tragedy's reign left her alone. She's a citizen of the world, a right to life, and her cries unheard. It's so pretty. It's just so gorgeous. And one of the things I find interesting is that one of the lyrics that are highlighted here is because I don't want to be the poster child for being naive. And according to this annotation, this is Janet in a response to somebody talking to her during the Rhythm Nation era. And she said, I'm not naive. I know an album or song can't change the world. I just want my music and my dance to catch the audience's attention and to hold it long enough to have them listen to the lyrics and what we're saying. I think that's gorgeous. I think that I love this song even more than the first time I heard it. It's so, oh wait, what's this one? Whoa, wait a minute. I didn't even pick up, wait, hang on. Whoa, you're shitting me. Did I really miss that lyric? Hang on. I cannot believe this. How did I miss this? How did I just miss this? Okay, hang on. Wait, hang on.
Next time I'll know better.
I don't know how I did not pick that up. Rhythm Nation. God bless. And that's an interesting lyric to dissect too. I had this great epiphany and Rhythm Nation was the dream. I guess, but that makes it, Janet, you don't need to know better. Well, I mean, we can always learn to know better, but Rhythm Nation did it. Oh wow. I can't believe I missed that. That's strange. But either way, wow. So I love this even more now in context, but such a gorgeous song. Absolutely lovely. Track number 6, a song I do know, After You Fall.
Never thought that a hurt could be so deep. you fall, after you fall, meaning after you fall, after you fall.
Okay, that was After You Fall. And again, this is a song that I do remember hearing from initial listens of when I first, got into Janet. This song is so gorgeous. And again, putting it in the context of her career now, it just makes so much more sense that this song is clearly a response to, it's hard to say if Janet's career ever fell, per se. She definitely suffered, after the Super Bowl incident. But if there's one thing that, at least for me, looking back in it, she was still releasing her albums. I mean, regardless if they were doing as well. I mean, her tours were still doing well. It's interesting, you know what I mean? But you could consider it a fall from grace at the time. And this is kind of looking back and reflecting. Now, granted, she's also, kind of playing this, what is it, not the second person? Where she's like, I'll be there for you if you fall, but will you be there for me if you fall? What's so lovely about this track, and it's one of the first songs we've gotten in, I don't even know how long, from Janet's discography, where it's just her. I don't even think we've gotten this before, but it's probably her simplest song. It's just her and a piano. She could drag out a piano and just do this herself. I think there's a couple of backing vocals in there, but it's so pure. And this is something I think that a lot of the other albums were missing. This look back, this reflection, this simplicity. It's such a beautiful track, and her vocals sound really, really good here. I love this song, and it's very meaningful to a lot of people because, I mean, everybody has a fall from grace at some point in their life, and who's going to be there for you? It's probably going to be your best friend or the one who loves you the most. So, beautiful track, and so appreciated in her discography. Track number 7, Broken Hearts Heal.
It was a long, long time ago, but I remember it like yesterday. Distancing away the most anything, always forsaking each other's love. It was a summer that you there made, the fall that winter never felt so good. We can't laugh together till we cry, but our love ain't no material thing. Inshallah, see you in the next life. Stronger.
That's so pretty. The layering. Okay, that was Broken Hearts Heal, and blatantly, according to Genius, and easily from what I could gather from the lyrics, this song is about Michael. It's Janet talking about the death of her brother, and I think that this is such, again, a very interesting song because it's shockingly very upbeat, which is not something you would expect from a song about, your dead brother. But I love how it starts off, she's reflecting. And what I think is the gist with this song is that, especially because it's about broken hearts heal. And I like this lyric where it says, broken hearts heal stronger, broken hearts last longer. But at the end of the day, they do heal. And her heart was broken. And I think it'll always stay. I mean, if you lose a sibling, I can only imagine, how horrible that was. But what I find interesting with this track is that it's not that she sounds content, but she sounds accepting. She accepts that he's gone, and there's nothing she can do about that, and that's okay. You know what I mean? There's nothing that can be done about that, and she still loves him, and whether he's here or not, it doesn't matter because she loves him. And this interesting thing right here, I'm not going to try and pronounce this word. It's an Arabic expression. That was, it's an Arabic, that's right, Arabic expression, which translates to good willing. So she's saying, goodwill, I'll see you in the next life. And I think, like I said, so in a sense, yes, she is content, but she's accepting. This was actually a really pretty track and one that I found very interesting, but I love the fact that she was telling me about this and I was so interested, so easily getting a like. Track number 8, Night.
I woke up in heaven in the morning.
Whoa! Do I remember this? That was gorgeous. Oh wait, I have to get these lyrics. I don't know what she just said. This is kind of like slow love in a sense. Oh, is that it? Oh no. This is so nice. Okay, that was Night, and so far this is my least favorite track off of the album. I love how it starts off like this section right here. This is gorgeous beyond belief, and it just, I feel like if they had gone with a classic 70s disco sound for this song, I think I would have been here for it. But the fact that they went with like this techno beat, it wasn't working for me. I feel like this song could have been so much more lush. I feel like it deserved a more disco-y sense to it, with more like orchestral instruments and everything in it. I think it could have just been better. So that's a shame. But considering we're 8 tracks in and this is the first one that I just don't really like, that's saying something. So, that's Night. I have brighter dreams for it than what they had. Track number 9, a song I know, a song you know. Well, you know all of them, but this is the lead single, No Sleep. I love that lyric, Queen of Insomnia.
Drunk off love, we both feel deep down. We're too scared to say, cause we know how this is. Thinking maybe we be better off friends with benefits. For the moment, this adrenaline got me feeling like a kid again. Butterflies like MJ, had to fit it in my schedule. Check the bezel, gotta skate by 6. Damn, how'd it get so late so quick? The sun rising. Until the next time, I love diving in your mind and coming out with every diamond I can find. No sleep, no sleep. Just a little more, just a little more, just a little more.
Side 2. Okay, so that was No Sleep, and this was a song that I don't remember if maybe I heard this first before I heard any bit of the album. I know my mom likes this song. One time we were in the car and she was like, play Janet Jackson. I don't know if that came before or after I listened to this though, but we both love this song. I think it's such it's amazing to me that she was over 20 years, no, was she almost in 30? Oh my god, she was almost, well, yeah, she was 30 years into her career, and she released a song, and well, she did it again a few years later with Made for Now, but that just sounds like it should always have been a part of her catalog. It's such a perfect R&B track. I mean, you can groove to it. It's so perfect to listen to in your car. There's 2 versions of the song, one with and without J. Cole. I don't know if anybody has a preference to either or. I like J. Cole on it. His rap length is, it's a lengthy rap section he gets, but I think it's fun. I just think that, like I said, this is a perfect R&B song. And I love how it's spelled S-L-E-E-E-P, 3 E's, not 2. I think that's funny. She's always changing up the words she is. No Sleep is just so much fun. It's not necessarily fun, but it's great. It's fun to pull back and just getting a little no sleep. Although, Lord knows that this is not a song I relate to because Sal's got to get his 8 hours of sleep if he wants to continue looking young. So, there's that. But I love the idea of it. Okay, as Janet said, we are on side 2 of the album, although this doesn't make a whole lot of sense because that would mean that the first side would have 9 tracks, and there's no way 9 songs can fit on one side of a record. But regardless, this is track number... Oh, also I should say from here on out, all the rest of the songs I do not know. So this is track number 10, Dream Maker, Euphoria.
I wish I could create a perfect place. Wouldn't that make some without you? My dreams come true. I'm a dream maker. I'm ready to take the journey to Euphoria. I'm ready for dream house to die. I'm ready to take the journey to Euphoria. Dream maker. My dreams come true. I'm a dream maker.
Okay, that was Dream Maker, Euphoria, and I gotta say, I was not a fan. This is just basically about Janet saying that she wants this guy to be her dream maker and take her to a journey of euphoria, and I was like, okay. From what it says on Discogs, and I thought about this for a hot second too, it sounds like there's a sample in this song, but it's actually not. It's like fake. Apparently, yeah, this didn't do much for me. Felt like a real oddity almost. Like I was like, this is like the most bizarre thing on this album. So yeah, this that's a skip for me. Track number 11, To Be Loved, spelled 2 and with just 1 B, loved.
Everybody wants to be needed. True love that come to you.
Ooh.
It's right in front of you. Cry as it go, but never will be perfect and perfect for you. Have it once.
She's got your love.
Wanna live in your heart and mind.
Ooh.
You're everything I find. I want you to need me. 'Cause your love with you to the end of time. 'Cause everybody needs to be loved. Everybody needs to be loved.
She's like singing through her teeth in this song. Everybody wants to know.
Wanna live in your heart and mind. I feel everything I find. I want you to need me. 'Cause your love with you to the end of time. 'Cause everybody needs to be loved. Oh, I just wanna live in your
Oh, that's so
heart and
pretty.
mind. I feel
I love the
everything
chimes.
I find. I want you to need me. 'Cause your love with you. Everybody needs to be loved.
What I loved about To Be Loved is that it is short, sweet, and to the point. Janet is just talking to this guy and she's just like, look, I just really want you, I really want to be loved and I want you to be the one to love me. She just wants to live in your heart and mind, be your everything combined. The song that this immediately reminded me of with its joyful energy was You Can Be Mine. She's like, it's kind of very similar. It's kind of like a modern day, a little more stripped R&B take of this song. She just wants him. She just wants him. She's like, everybody wants to be loved. I want to be loved. You want to be loved. Let's do it. Let's love each other. I think this is really cute. And like I said, it's short and sweet and to the point. That's what I think really sticks out about this song. It was adorable. And I really liked it. Probably not my favorite thing I've ever heard, but I do love the callbacks and I appreciate it. Track number 12, Take Me Away. Which I hope it's the song from Freaky Friday. It's not though, probably.
Anytime I visualize you,
Ooh.
you would be
Whoa, hang up. Hold on.
help me escape.
More time.
Take me away.
Woo! Hey!
Somewhere
Take her away. What does this remind me of? This is so pretty. What does this remind me of? Oh, wait. I think I know what this reminds me of now. Okay, that was Take Me Away, and so far this might be the biggest surprise to me on this album. I'm shocked that if I had listened to this in full, that this didn't stick out to me. This was gorgeous. What I love is that it's a perfect blend of somewhat R&B, although I would argue it's very light, but it feels like adult contemporary and rock. It feels very much in that rock vein, like similar to what we got in Discipline, but just a little more like with the adult contemporary mixed into it. I felt like this was something I could have heard on Celine Dion's Taking Chances album. It felt so, especially because she talked in the other song about you being euphoric, it felt very euphoric. Like, I felt like this place that we're headed to is just, it feels like we need to get there right now. This song, even though it reminds me of something I could hear on Taking Chances, there's a song that this reminds me of. But what I just love is, like, I feel like we're on a journey with this song. We're racing through time trying to get to this perfect spot. This was gorgeous. I loved this. It's a very, it's funny because I would, this is hang on. Something is that I feel like I've never associated the term adult contemporary with Janet before, which is kind of what she falls into, but I feel like she sticks more to the R&B, but this is the first one that made me think adult contemporary. Interesting. I loved it. I loved this a whole lot, so I can't wait to listen to it again. Okay, so I'm not sure about this, but this next song is called Promise, and it's only 58 seconds, so I'm assuming it's an interlude. I think, yeah, I'm just going to go with that. So we're going to do track number 13 into track number 14, Promise interlude into Lessons Learned.
Who can tell you the promise of you?
Okay.
Say a prayer.
Say a prayer.
Will you live up to the promise of you? Will you live up to the promise of you?
Okay.
I play this part, but she only blames she tells herself, I don't get to know the wrong. The pain's so strong. After all the lessons learned,
Oh, this sounds familiar.
know which way she should turn.
I like how she's kind of playing like the third person narrator in this.
Makes her want to stay. She cries, I just want my baby back.
Is it like her baby or her baby?
I don't care.
I don't know.
wanna think back.
Oh, that's so pretty in the background.
Codependent in love, but that's her too. For now, it's all plays on. Will you?
Okay, that was Lessons Learned, and again, this was a very very R&B, but still also very adult contemporary track for me. Basically, with the interlude Promise, it talks about these promises that are made to us. Like promises, very much something what Kylie Minogue would say in body language. Promises. You're just like, promises. And how these promises were necessarily, they were worthless. They meant nothing. And that's all about a point in life, is that this girl, Janet's pretty much speaking in third person in this song, so I don't think it's necessarily about her, but she's looking down, as it seems, at a lady who is stuck in this abusive relationship, and she just can't seem to get out of it. And it's like all about learning these lessons, but these lessons, like, we'll never stop learning lessons. Like, we're going to keep learning lessons as they go on, and even with all the lessons learned, we're still going to make mistakes. This was beautiful. The production was gorgeous. Janet's vocals were gorgeous. The one thing I've gotten out of this album is that I said before that some of her vocals kind of sound like Michael. But then there's other parts of this album where she sounds like the same old Janet I've always known. So it's like, interesting. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This was a beautiful track and I loved it. The interlude, I'm curious because like it says, like she talks us about the promises of you, and then there's a bonus track that we're gonna have to get to later, which is called Promise of You, so I was like, interesting. So we'll see that then there, but that was lessons learned. Lovely. Track number 15, Black Eagle.
The black
Oh, we're getting a story.
Let me tell you about the black eagle. He holds. You never know unless you imagine the future you like, soaring above all your boundaries. Yes, the day will come. Just remember when you're overwhelmed. Visible people, they won't let them in. Let's open our eyes, human again. If we never start, it could be you on the other end. You never know.
Okay, that was Black Eagle, and interestingly enough, this song starts out almost like a folktale, where she's like, do you know about the Black Eagle? Let me tell you about the Black Eagle, and she tells the story, and like, it's a creature that's out there meant to like help people create a spiritual connection, and then at the end it really refrains back to Janet, because she's singing the song, because to show her support and love to other people around the world. This song is actually very, very pretty. Personally, it's just not one of my favorites. It didn't do a whole lot for me per se, but I appreciate it, and I love the fact that she's talking about something that's important and vital. You know, I mean, nothing bad to say about the song, just not a personal favorite of mine. Track number 16, Well Traveled.
I don't know where this journey will end.
Oh, that's so pretty in the background.
The world keeps calling me. I've come a long way, got a long way to go.
Hey-oh, hey-oh. This kind of sounds like Bad Day by that, what is it, David or Daniel Potter?
Destination unknown.
Hey-oh, 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 hey-oh. Okay, that was Well Traveled, and this is again another song that is reflective of Janet's career. It's just about, she's been here for a while. She's well-traveled, but she is still gonna go, keep going, be the icon that she is. I love the song, the Ayo. It feels like a triumphant, like, almost like a goodbye. Well, it's not a goodbye, you know, but it just feels like, if it was in a movie, it'd be a very pivotal part towards the end. I loved it. I thought it was gorgeous. Everything about it was great. Track number 17, the final track of the standard edition of the album, Gon B Alright. Gonna Be Alright.
If you love someone, you better tell them now. Tell
Okay,
them,
we're ending on a
tell
bop,
them,
I guess.
tell them.
Oh shit.
Thank you to everyone who made Unbreakable possible.
Aw. Thanks to viewers like you.
Am I done?
Am I done?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jimmy, you're not recording that, are you?
Okay, that was Gonna Be Alright. And this song, objectively, is great. I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, no matter what's wrong, everything is gonna be alright. It's a good closer to the album. In a weird way, I do wish that, Gonna Be Alright was not the closer for me. I would have loved Well Traveled to have been the closer. I think for me that would have just been mwah, the icing on the cake. Yeah, well, so yeah, where would I put Gonna Be Alright then? Because if I want Well Traveled as the ending track, I don't know, maybe I could have flip-flopped them, but that's my only slight criticism. But other than that, it's a fun track. Not my personal favorite, but I did like it and it stuck out, so loves it. Okay, we are officially onto the bonus tracks. There are two. They were exclusive to a few other editions, but for me here in America, they were exclusive to the Target edition. And so we begin with track number 18, Promise of You, which was, well, it was a bonus track, but also we also know that part of the title was already said in the interlude Promise. So let's hear it. Does this sound, hang on, does this sound the same as Promise interlude?
Who can tell you?
Yeah, it's the same song. Okay, interesting. Weird.
I'm in shock. Can't believe you just said I'm nothing. The beautiful flower, it just hasn't bloomed. You're judging the surface, but what's growing inside just might amaze you.
Okay, that was The Promise of You, and it's a song we've already heard. So I guess for some reason for the album, they decided to just cut it and make it 1 minute. Weird. I feel like they should have just included the full song. It's a pretty song. I like the Latin vibes that it gives. I think it's a very pretty song, and why cut? That's a weird choice to me. It's not like this album is really all that much longer than any of her others, so weird choice, but Promise of You is a very pretty song, so I like it, but I'm just like, why cut it to a minute? I don't know, weird, but it is what it is. Track number 19, the final track, Love You for Life.
Where this coming from? Ooh, baby, I put you on my lap all the time. You just tip from high to another side. You want some more, so you wanna know where this coming from? Ooh, baby, it's been in my vibe. Let you lose your mind. Wanna touch you, kiss you, love you for life. You, I can get used to you like this. I said it's not right.
Okay, that was Love You for Life, and I mean, this song is basically what the title says. She wants to love you for life. I didn't like it. I didn't really feel like it was all that necessary. What I find most funny is that on Genius, the notes that's written next to this song, it says, since marrying her husband, that husband, I'm not even gonna try and say that name, and converting to Islam, Jackson's hallmark hypersexual content has been drastically tamed. The lyrics are only slightly sensual by comparison to the fully PG fare of Unbreakable overall, which I just think is a funny way of putting that. But yeah, this song didn't do much for me. Didn't really need it on the album. It's okay. Okay, guys, we just finished Janet Jackson's 11th. Well, we got 11th studio album, Unbreakable. And I have to say, what a breath of fresh air this album is. I mean, the fact that she took 7 years to like take some time off and really focus on herself and then come out with this album, I think is the perfect thing she's ever done. The one thing, and I've been dying to say this, because as I said before, there were a lot of songs I knew on here, and I said, well, Sal, what songs did these type of albums remind you of from her discography? And this is exactly what I want to say about Unbreakable. Unbreakable is easily if Rhythm Nation and Janet Period had a baby. This is that album. This is the album that almost seems like it's the follow-up to to Janet Period and Rhythm Nation. Like, it feels like this is what would have come out after those. I think that it is the perfect blend of those 80s dance R&B sounds, the Janet Period sounds, and especially the meaning behind what she's saying. The fact that she has things to say on this album, I think, is what makes it so amazing. Because here's what gets me, is that Janet says that in 20 years old that there's something to say for not saying anything. She's talked about this, she's talked about that, and she's talked about all that. But here's the thing, is that even in her heaviest albums, which include technically Rhythm Nation and The Velvet Rope, I find that it is a perfectly balanced albums of hard-hitting material, easy-hitting material, sad-hitting material. She's always good at balancing out everything, so nothing feels like you're like, oh my god. And that's what I think she does really well on this album. She talks about being a woman in her position in the music industry. She talks about losing her brother. She talks about how she feels still good going to the club. She talks about important issues that I think are very important today. You know what I mean? I just think that this album is so good, especially in comparison to, I mean, realistically, you know, yeah, I mean, it's the best thing that she's done in the, well, because this came out in the 2010s, but it's probably the best album she's put out since The Velvet Rope. And granted, like I said, I know that was not my favorite album upon first listen, but it has grown on me, and I appreciate it for what it has done and what I've been told that it achieved. I just think that Unbreakable is the perfect follow-up to everything after that. I think the songs that I knew I still love. The songs that I didn't really know, like The Great Forever is great, obviously. Broken Hearts Heal, To Be Loved, Take Me Away, Lessons Learned, Well Traveled, Gonna Be Alright, and The Promise of You. Well, technically The Promise, Interlude, Promise of You. The only songs in here that do not have likes next to them are Night, which, yeah, I still stand by that. Dreammaker, Euphoria, and Black Eagle, and Love You for Life. Everything else I absolutely loved. I think it's a perfect album from head to toe. And also what I love is that she doesn't, except for really Promise, there's no intros, interludes in here. The songs just speak for themselves, which is, I think, what's perfect. I think that at the end of the day, this is a great album. The only negative thing you could say about this era, per se, is that, like you said, or whatever that commenter said on Genius Lyrics, she was married to that dude, and so she was, what was the religion again? Where was it? Islam. And as we all know, in Islam, they don't like their women to be sexual, because that's horrifying and wrong. So some of her outfits, of which I've seen on the Unbreakable tour, were a little questionable. But other than that, it's a perfect era, perfect album. I am so happy to have gone through this journey. I can't believe it's over. I can't believe that we've gone through. We started in 1973, and here we are ending at 2015. It should be said that Janet did release one single after this in 2018 called Made for Now. That song is one of the best songs of her entire career. It's a beautiful song. I love hearing it. I loved it when it came out. I love it to this day. If Black Diamond does end up happening, I'm going to say that that song has got to be on it. It deserves to be on an album. It's a perfect song, so I hope to see that on the Black Diamond album and on the Black Diamond World Tour if it does end up happening. At the end of the day, Unbreakable is just where she needed to be in her career. It's the perfect album at the perfect time, and it's so great. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this Janet Jackson discography journey. I think that this has been an absolute blast. I'm so happy to know Miss Jackson a little more now. She's a part of me, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I can't wait to hopefully see her on tour one day. I think it's just going to be great. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I can't believe that I've done another one of these discography journeys. It's crazy to me, but thank you so much for all the love and support. It means the world to me. So what do you guys think of Unbreakable? Let me know in the comments below. As always, do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha, Twitter at Sal Says Stuff, TikTok at Sal Rocha1. And I'm sure I'll see you guys very soon, because the Lord knows I have many other videos coming out. But next month, which will be April, I can't believe we're already going to be in April, I begin my Britney Spears discography journey, so I hope that you guys will join me for that. It'll be a lot of fun. Thank you again so much for watching. This means the world to me. We always end on a pun, so what are we going to say? You and I were unbreakable, and we burnt it up, and I guess tonight, I feel a little well-traveled technically too, but I love you guys for life. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.